have to be a rebel, but tonight just be vulnerable to me. Let go.
Popular dancehall artist Tanya Stephens took to social media to break her silence after being sexually assaulted at the ages of 17 and 19. Tanya said it wasn't strangers who assaulted her at the time. She said it was someone she sincerely trusted, mentoring her in the music industry, and was telling everyone she was his little sister.
First of all, the first time I got raped,
Oh God.
I look like I'm coming from church. Yeah, I can talk about it now. Honestly, it took a while to be able to say that without flinching.
Oh.
And it was somebody I trusted. It's not strange. It wasn't strangers. At the time, there were three big artists, really huge artists in Jamaica. Shabba Ranks was the king. Patra was the queen. She was next to Shabba. And then there was another guy next in line. And he became my mentor.
Uh-huh.
He became my mentor, and he used to call me his little sister, and I believed it.
As she was about to celebrate her 17th birthday, Tanya's sister, realizing that she was too young, prohibited her from going back to the studio. But her mentor was devastated by the move, informing Tanya's sister that he will take full responsibility of her.
So that evening, he brought me home, and he sat and he talked to my sister. And he took responsibility for me. As she said, she didn't think it was safe for a young girl my age to be out, which is it is a good concern, and I appreciate it.
Mm.
And he took responsibility, and she trusted him. And she gave me permission based on his taking responsibility.
With little knowledge of the cultural geography of the island, Tanya had no possible clue what she was being lured into.
Like he'd done many times before, he offered me a ride home. So on the ride home, then he said he had to drop by his new place. Everybody knew he was moving. And he said he wanted to stop by his new place real quick and drop off something. Now, if I had known the geography of Kingston, I would have known something was wrong. Because my home was on the way to his new place. This is what I realized afterwards when I got to know Kingston well. So he said he wanted to drop it. And I was like, sure, why not?
95 pounds at the time, Tanya said she fought for her life while being sexually assaulted by this heavy muscular man after screaming hysterically and shouting rape as she was dealt with several blows.
95 pounds. It's a big diesel, man. Thick, so muscle, nobody fat. And when him start beat me decide, all right, you know have to beat me. Me give up. Me a ball for help, you know. I scream for help, me ball for rape. People there outside the door. You see when me scream and ball for rape and me know you nobody answer. Me just stop. Because what me I do, wait until he kill me. Me I get real licks. So me stop fight. And that continued for hours.
Tanya went on to say that her predator repeatedly assaulted her for countless hours, then washed away the evidence himself.
For hours, I was locked inside of his new place that he was moving into and just violated for hours. And when him done, him hold me and lead me to the bathroom, put me in a shower himself and bathe me. No evidence, no left. Me get a proper scrub.
The epidemic continues. At the age of 19, she returned to her mother's house in the peaceful countryside and rekindled with an old friend she grew up with, whom she thought she could trust, but things didn't go as she expected.
I'm not going to allow this to deter me. No more than ever I have a reason to do this. And so I was back in the country, and in the country there are less opportunities to sing. In the city, I could go to the studios and record. In the country, we never had no studio. So I was singing on sound systems. I went to dances, and I hope to get in via that route. And I was kind of like a local celebrity in St. Mary, the parish I'm from. When I started getting put on posters, I was like, yeah, all right, girl, come. Now, you know music is a male-dominated field. So the majority of the people I was hanging around was male. I started to date a guy I knew since I was a kid. I know him from as far back as I can remember. And I confided in him. He used to come to dances with me too, with a bunch of us. And I confided in him and I told him what happened. What had happened to me in Kingston. and he seemed to empathize. Apparently, not really, because he set up a train. He set up a train. So the second time I experienced that was actually a train.
Oh my God.
Fearful to report the direct assault to the police since she discovered that the house she was sexually assaulted in was the owner of a police officer.
The house I was in belonged to a policeman. He was on duty. I was going to walk into the station and tell him. Maybe he locked me up for breaking and entering his house. He never invited me there. Would I go report his son to him? Do I trust reporting his son to him? St. Mary is a place where a young woman was stranded trying to get a drive, and she went to the police station to seek refuge, and the policeman raped her. You think me I go to a police station and go tell one policeman saying son just assault me in a house, in a female house? What may I do there? So I went home.
Recovering from sexual assault takes time and the healing process can be painful. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, nearly 1 in 5 women in the United States are raped or sexually assaulted at some point in their lives, often by someone they know and trust. Tanya Stephens is the latest female entertainer to break her silence after being sexually assaulted at the ages of 17 and 19. Avellon Williams, AEM's report.